JoJo has fun.
Do you remember Nick Gas?
Nick Gas. I kind of remember Nick Gas. Did they have guts on that?
Yeah.
Do you have it? Guts.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that shit?
Yes, I do.
I like guts. I liked
that one where they had to climb the aggro crag.
That's guts.
Is that guts?
Yeah, and then they win. They get a piece of the aggro
Yeah,
crag, and right at the very end, they get blasted in the face with fucking confetti, fiberglass.
Yeah, that was so good.
And there's a guy at the top just throws rocks at him.
Oh my god, everything
Love
about
it.
that show so good.
Yeah,
just a genius.
It was like they're barely athletes.
Yeah,
it was such a good show. It was,
well, because they were like kids who were visiting Universal Studios with their parents, and then their parents were like, "Well, I just want to sit down for a second."
Does your kid want to be on Nickelodeon Guts?
Yeah.
Do you have it? Guts.
And then Double Dare.
Yeah. Oh, Double Dare.
Double
Good
Dare was a
show.
ridiculous show.
Yep.
Because it was just like, no matter what it is,
Dare.
you're going to
Double
get
Dare.
in a tub of pudding and search for the ticket. And it's
flag.
just, yeah, the flag. That's what it was.
I remember there was one part where you always had to like dig into the final part was this massive obstacle course, and you had to go run from thing to thing. And there was always one that baffled me, which was it was a big old shark filled with garbage.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I thought you were going to say the nose, that they had to like dig through the nose to get the flag.
Oh, the nose was tough, but it was like
that makes,
you could tell the
yeah.
difference between the flag and other things.
Yeah.
The shark was bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? And then the other show I remember watching a lot that I got really obsessed with was Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah, and those kids could not put that monkey together at
Thank
the end.
you!
But I've heard, or I've like read about the kids, and apparently they're just so fucking stressed out by the end of that.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's so stressful that they're just like in a hot panic.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's difficult, but they only have a couple, like they're always left with just a few seconds, and they just can't do it.
It's one of those things where I remember watching that show, and I figured this out when I was like 8, and it blew my mind. And it was like, okay, you can figure out the end of Legends of the Hidden Temple, how it's going to end in one of two ways. First way, if the silver snakes make it across the moat, the silver snakes are going to the final.
Yeah.
That's how it always works.
Or the red jaguars.
Red jaguars. Yeah, okay, yes. Red jaguars, silver
Yeah.
snakes, and then toss up green monkeys.
Yeah, green monkeys occasionally, never the purple parakeets or
Purple
whatever.
parakeets
or the purple
fucking
parrots
suck.
or whatever. Yeah, the
you
purple
put on
parrots.
the purple parakeet because your parents wanted you on TV, but they didn't want to pay extra for like a helmet.
Yeah,
So like that's why you're on the purple parakeets.
yeah. I think they're the purple parrots. I think they're full parrots, not parakeets.
Then the other one was when Olmec describes the whole fucking maze. If the object you need to get requires you to go into the chamber of the silver monkey, which is where they put it all the time.
Yeah, it's always.
It was like,
yeah.
where's the fucking whatever? You will find it in the chamber of the silver
The
monkey.
silver monkey.
That meant you were going to lose.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, the only way you could because it was always in that chamber, there was always a guard in there.
Yeah.
And it's always like that's the room that's the hardest to get to, or the hardest to solve. So like if you had to go there, you would need both of the fucking tokens.
Right.
You need to win both tokens, which you didn't. You would win 1.5
Always.
at best, and then maybe the other one was floating around in the temple, but you weren't gonna find it.
No.
So, like, yeah, like if it was in the room of the silver monkey, you were gonna lose because no one gets through there. You always lose like 20 seconds. Some of the rooms you get through like instantly, but
Yeah,
a
you
lot
just
of them
run
like,
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bullshit.
Yeah, but the chamber of the silver monkey, fuck it.
Yeah. However, that place did make me want to go and visit Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
No, we didn't have Discovery Zone.
You don't know Discovery Zone.
I don't.
Oh man, it was so cool. He's
It
looking
wa-
for the Great Jaboon. Can't be
Yeah.
found here. Is there another?
You're on Great Fish Island.
I have to go back to Outset Island.
You have to go back to where you were born.
Yeah, there's a thing called Jaboon there that has another
Jaboo, Jaboon.
crystal. Okay. Better search for the pirates on Windfall. Okay. All right. So if I'm understanding this bullshit correctly,
You gotta go back.
there's
to
a
where you came
fish man who was supposed to be here who's gone, but he went to where I'm from. But in order to talk to him, I have to go talk to the pirates who kidnapped me. So, I guess.
That's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to be positive here. But seriously.
Let's see. The words of the retail postman: when the pirates knew something about the cave. So I gotta go find the pirates. So.
Okay. We can do that. We can find ourselves some pirates.
How do I get
And then the other show that I really liked that I used to watch. Okay, 2 shows. One, I used to skip science class and not go back to school. And we would go to my friend's house and watch Zoom.
What's Zoom?
Zoom is a show that was a local access. It was filmed in Boston, and it was on for like at least 40 years. It should still be on.
I've
I'm
never
pretty sure.
heard of this.
It's Zoom. Zoom was this program that had different kids, and the kids they had their special Zoom language. And this show was really popular like when my mom was a kid, and it was still really popular when I was a kid.
Weird.
And so and they would do like special games, and they would have like specials. They would do like Zoom, like little retrospectives on like kids that are doing like really important things in the community.
Right.
And like and some of the games that they would play, like, because we were like in the 10th or 11th grade, we would watch Zoom. It was clearly a show for children.
Yeah.
But when you were extremely high, the games that they would play were amazing. Like,
They
have you
sound
ever
amazing.
right in this house, the doors are a little bit wide.
Yeah.
But have you ever stood in a doorway and pushed your hands as hard as you can against the edge of the doorway, both doorways, like both arms, as hard as you can for 60 seconds, and then stepped away from the doorway?
No.
Your arms float up in the air.
What?
Yeah. Thank
do
you, Zoom.
What do you mean?
So you push your hands against like your the back of your palms,
Yeah.
or your whatever that is, and then you push your arms and you really you press as hard as you can against both sides of the doorway
Right.
for 60 seconds.
Okay.
And then you step away from the doorway and your arms just float up into the air.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I want to try that.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it after this. And then there's also this thing that they called Hawaiian bowling, which is like, because it was all just like games that you would play, because Zoom was on it was supposed to be on right after school. And so it was presumably kids would come home and their parents weren't home from school yet, or home from work yet.
Yeah.
And they would watch Zoom, and it would give them ways to entertain themselves until their parents came home.
Oh, wow.
And like some of the stuff was like Hawaiian bowling, which was how to make essentially a makeshift bowling lane out of old 2-liter bottles of soda.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a pretty clever thing.
Yeah. And so like it was just like harmless ways to entertain yourself until your parents came home. And they all had like, and each kid had their own thing that they were good at. And there was Claudio, and Claudio was the coolest.
That sounds pretty cool.
He was
name
like, I'm
Claudio.
Claudio. And we had never like met anyone with a name like Claudio, so we were just like totally.
Who dis?
Yeah, we were like, I can't believe that kid's name's Claudio. And then the Coheed and Cambria guy's name's Claudio, and that blew our minds. Like, coincidence?
I think not. Someone knows a lot of cool, fun things to do after school.
And it's Coheed and Cambria. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the show Zoom. And at the same time, on a more hurtful plane, that Extreme Elimination Challenge game, it was that they dubbed over. It was the Japanese game where they would they would have to go through what?
The obstacle course?
The obstacle courses. And they had like games like Floaters and Sinkers, where you would have to like jump on rocks, but some of the rocks were soft and you would land in the water and people would like bash their faces in.
Yeah.
God, it was such a good show.
That sounds like a good show.
It's a really good show. Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to look that up because
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Really?
Sounds dope.
It was very hurtful.
What?
Most Extreme MXC, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Critically acclaimed comedy series was taken from Takashi's Castle. Actual footage of contestants putting their pain threshold to the test with a series of bizarre physical challenges.
Okay.
And so, it was a dubbed show of these guys. You don't remember these guys?
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, my God. It
looks hilarious.
It was very enjoyable. And we would watch it every day.
I have another show I want to discuss in the similar vein, but we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was on from 2003 to 2007.
See you guys tomorrow. Buy our shirts. Subscribe. Love you.